Welcome back to State of the Nation. Sir Keir Starmer set out the Labour Party's pitch to the people today with 6 key pledges. Despite the delivery of a man with a plan, the plan itself leaves an aftertaste of repetition and bland déjà vu, delivering economic stability with tough spending rules so we can grow our economy and keep taxes, inflation and mortgages as low as possible.
Economic stability. Now, this is the very foundation of economic growth. Tough spending rules, yes, to keep inflation, taxes and mortgages low. Because if you lose control of the economy, it's working people who will pay the price. Stability is change, and that's why it has to be our first step.
It all sounds rather similar to its predecessor in Tony Blair's 1997 manifesto. The priority must be stable, low-inflation conditions for long-term growth. By spending wisely and taxing fairly, government can help tackle the problems. Another of Sir Keir's flagship pledges is to tackle the other most pressing issue facing Britain today, stopping the boats, by launching a new border security command with new specialist investigators and using counter-terror powers to smash the criminal boat gangs. As brilliantly highlighted by The Spectator's James Heal, there is very little deviation from the bits of the current Conservative government's plans that haven't actually worked. In the absence of an alternative to Rwanda, there are no real plans to cut migration numbers. Ending the scourge of people trafficking is of vital importance from both an economic and moral point of view. But this is not a separate issue to the unsustainable levels of immigration, to which Labour has provided no new solution. To tackle the cost of living, Sir Keir pledges to set up Great British Energy, publicly owned clean power company paid for by a windfall tax on oil and gas gains. The problem here is the same as ever with Labour policy. It is a short-term solution. A windfall tax is a one-off bill on energy profits, which does not provide a sustainable source of funding for a publicly owned provider, and therefore cannot hold any guarantee of working in the long term. As the late, great Baroness Thatcher put it,
socialist governments traditionally do make a financial mess. They always run out of other people's money. It's quite a characteristic of them.
They always run out of other people's money. Those words should be engraved in stone across the country, perhaps on an headstone of repute. Along with Blair-esque pledges to tackle antisocial behaviour, education, style blueprints for 6,500 new teachers paid for through taxing private schools, the primary takeaway from Sir Keir's proclamation to the people is the clear-cut absence of originality, radicality, ambition and vision. However, it's clear that the Labour leader is taking notes from a Labour election winner, Sir Tony Blair, rather than the most drastic of losers, his old boss, one Mr Jeremy Corbyn. It's also worth noting that while offering a watered-down version of Blairism, Sir Keir just this week met and negotiated with trade union barons, with reports claiming he has already been pressurised into scrapping certain plans following these meetings. What Sir Keir Starmer's Labour Party seems to be offering is a diluted rehash of Blairism and recent Tory policy while taking refuge in the pockets of trade union bosses. As ever, let me know your thoughts. Mailmog@gbnews.com.